try and figure out Twitch. Cause I don't know. Not edit layout. I don't know how to do it. This is probably really boring for you, but I don't know how to title my... I thought I did, but I guess I'll just do it after. Sorry about that. Let's just resume. I got some coffee. Excuse me. Okay. Let's carry on. Hopefully everything is going good. Well, it looks on. Okay, you know what? It's good. It's fine. Okay. I'm well aware that deviant magic is an unusual class of its own, and quite difficult to be understood. Thank you for humoring my questions, Your Highness. Please don't mention it, if only I were more useful and could provide the information you desire. I'll continue trying and searching for other solutions. I'm sure I'll overcome this obstacle somehow. Well, I won't keep you from the company of books further. I'll see you at our lesson soon. Sun gives a small bow. The gentle smile returning to his lips. I look forward to another fascinating class with you today. I take my leave, my mood much lower than when I arrived, but I quickly suppress the discouraging thoughts plaguing me. No, I won't give up. I will figure out this truth serum, and I won't rest until I do. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I don't think we need any of those for right now. Should I do a mission? To spy on his devoted... Sure. I should have probably saved. Prince Orleus sprang on me in an unexpected request. I asked to spy on his devoted manservant, Harris. Of course, he had not put it quite so baldly. He mentioned that Harris seems to always have pressing business in the treasury every evening, and would like me to find out what has been keeping him. Finding this matter quite curious myself, I accepted the prince's request. Over the next few evenings, I tailed Harris around the palace, jotting down each and every one of my findings of him. 1. Checking over treasury accounts together with Raphael. 2. Lugging boxes filled with paperwork together with Raphael. Monitoring clerical work of treasury officials together with Raphael. Having dinner together with Raphael. Talking with Raphael, laughing with Raphael. Taking private little strolls around the back of the treasury annexed together with Raphael. Among many, many equally trivial activities, all done in the company of the apparently inimitable Raphael. Oh, etiquette success. Yes. After a week of such delicate, not to mention increasingly embarrassing spy work, I had enough sense to report to Orleus that Harris had simply been giving poor Raphael a hand. Also gave a suggestion to expand the Treasury's payroll and headcount. Clearly, staff there is badly overworked. Every thief's weekly income has increased. I blink through the cobwebs of sleep and stare at the glaring sunlight falling through the windows. Intelligence success. Okay. After days and nights of research, I have completed the formula to create the truth serum. I should make it as soon as possible. Time is running out. The recipe truth serum has been added to your list. We'll do that next week. Week 15. Oh, I guess right now. Can we make it? Fire, water, light. Okay. Okay. Well. Fire, water, light. So all three of them need it. I mean, one of them needs fire, water, light. Well, didn't they say they needed the serum in 2 weeks? Okay, well, we can try. Fire, water. And then what's Orless? Should I do fire? No, I shouldn't do fire for him. What in the heck? Okay. I guess these two will keep, and then I'll try to make Siren do it, but I don't know. What's this one? Beauty? Sure. Okay. It's 7 fire, 7 water, 7 light. We got light. That's like in the bag. We need 1 fire and 3 water next time. Hopefully it's not too late. Lady Rosencruz, despite having spent nearly 3 months in the palace, I still have to fight down an urge to leap to my feet and salute at the sound of his voice. Instead, I look up from the mess of alchemical diagrams and equations floating over my desk and incline my head politely. Lord Marshal, good afternoon. Is it? Is it not? Ah. His eyes flicked briefly and indifferently at the mellowing sunshine outside the window before darting back to my face. I've come to ask whether you're ready to question the assassin yet. Prisoner, Garion? Corpse at the rate his condition is decaying. How many times? Garion does not need to ask what I meant. 3. We won't be able to stop the 4th. What happened? The 3rd time he chipped off his canine tooth when eating his meal and tried to slam it in his eye. I wince. Too damn creative. Our men barely managed to restrain him in time. Won't be so lucky next time. The men, they're getting tired too. Sick. Nerves all shot to bits. Can't blame them, really, I suppose. I look more closely at Garion, startled by his sudden verboseness. Hope I said that right. His face is pale and his lips pressed thinly together. His hands clutched tightly as at his folded arms, knuckles white. Your nerves aren't in trim condition either, Lord Marshal, but I can't blame you, really. Sorry, I had to check something really quick. So, Lady Rosencruz, you needed a couple of weeks to brew your special truth serum? We've bought you those couple of weeks. Where is it? Still in making, Lord Marshal. Still? I wonder if I can go back. No, I shouldn't. Garion has a unique way of making question marks sound like exclamation marks. Brewing it is a highly complicated procedure, and as much as I would like to expedite it, my other duties as royal tutor prevents me from doing so. You don't know how badly the prisoner is wearing, Lady Rosencruz. If we do not interrogate him soon, we will never get the chance to. I appreciate the urgency, Lord Marshal, and I'm doing all I can in response. But I spread my hands helplessly. Garion heaves a long-suffering sigh. I understand these few days have not been easy for any of us. I need to drink more water. But you must let me know when the serum is available to use. I will, Lord Marshal. A good day to you, Master Rosencruz, and to you. With a disappointed air, Garion turns his back on me and leaves the room. Maybe I should go back. You know what? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna load it. I'm just gonna skip the story or whatever, because let's see, water and then fire, and hopefully, nope, that's about. That's. I'll get this eventually. So it was. I did fire, water. Okay. 4, 5, 6. Okay. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but good enough. I'm just gonna skip all that. Serene. Skip. Classes. Oh, wait. still need to... Oh, I don't have it. Okay. Okay. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Oh. I don't know what I got. Oh. Okay, fire 7, water. Okay. We got 777. So, do I have... Okay, we did it. We got it. Back. I guess I can just do... Apparently I can't do that. Okay. Well, Raphael and Harris and Raphael, are a pair engaged in some deadly conspiracy to bring wrack and ruin upon the palace. Okay. Driven by my unquenchable order for the truth, I started asking the maidservants around the palace regarding information about the pair's uncommonly intimate relationship. Unfortunately, the maidservants were unable to answer my inquiries with anything other than coy giggles and fluttering of eyelashes. I was unable to supply any useful information to Prince Orleus. Oops. I completely forgot about the etiquette. Soon after, rumors of a forbidden affair between the butlers started circling around the palace. My bad. Sorry. Worse, the aristocrats seemed to regard me as the person who spread them. How unfair. Oops. Lady Rosencruz. Despite having spent nearly 3 months in the palace, I still have to fight down an urge to keep... Okay, we got this. Yeah. His eyes flicked briefly and indifferently at the mellowing sunshine outside the window before darting back to my face. I've come to ask whether you're ready to question the assassin yet. Prisoner, Garion. Corpse at the rate his condition is decaying. How many times? Garion does not need to ask what I meant. 3, he won't be able to stop the 4th. What happened? Okay, yeah, we went that. Oh, nope. Well, that was my bad. What should I ask? Who do you serve? I do not know. I spent a fortnight brewing the truth serum for this. You must have some idea. Tell us everything you know. The muscles on the prisoner's face contorts. It looks almost as if there are 2 minds inside that head, each fighting the other for control. Finally, with a horrible spasm, the prisoner spits out his words through gritted teeth. They amount to little. I have never met the master, nor have I seen his face. How long have you served under him? 3 or 4 years. And you tell me that if you met him entirely by chance on the street, you would not recognize him. No, I might if I heard him speak, for I know his voice. But at sight alone he would be as much of a stranger to me as he is to you. I don't suppose he told you his name either. Of course not. He's the master, and so we call him. So... You said you've heard his voice? Naturally. Male or female? The prisoner shoots Orleus a baleful glance. Male. Certainly male. So much for that. What will I ask? Okay, so... Well, we knew he's still okay. Are you able to contact your employer? No longer. He was always the one to contact me, and he knows I have been captured. That is why, even now, the prisoner swallows. Even now, I hear the worm inside my brain. It twists, slithers, and it demands one more death. His own death. Drawing a shuddering breath, the prisoner falls silent. Oh. Were you placed under a mind control spell? The prisoner makes a bitter, choking sound that took me a few seconds to realize was laughter. I am. Rahim. Damn that evil, underhanded swine. You mean to say being under a mind control spell was not part of your contract? Of course not. What is to stop him from simply ordering us to kill ourselves once the work is finished and the payment is due? And your men? They did not know as well? They did not until it was too late. But I did. I did. Right from the start, it was part of the deal. It was to make them easier to control, but I was supposed to be the exception from the deal. A note of whining complaint entered the prisoner's voice. From the corner of my eyes, I see Sarin fold his arms, and Nazir silently shaking his head. They trusted you, and you trusted him. Yes, more fool them, and more fool me. Do you know how he placed you and your men under his mental domination? I knew nothing, saw nothing, sensed nothing. So much for that. What will I ask Nesk? That's all. Alright, so much for that. I bit my bottom lip and thought. There's something more I ought to ask. That night, he said, I never have thought of Rosencruz putting magic chains on someone else. Perhaps he knows about the oath and the Rosencruz. Then, his master must be aware too. The High Council has worked hard for centuries to keep this secret, but everyone is prone to making mistakes. I feel this is like trying more, made my throat more. This is a matter of utmost importance. I must divert everyone's attention so I can question him alone. What will I... I tried, sorry. Though bound, shackles, and chained, the prisoner wriths about in a series of jerky, unwholesome movements. Lord Marshal? Seize him! 2 guards dart past me to pin the prisoner by his shoulders to the wall. He emits a shrill and bone-chilling giggle and throws back his head. His mouth opens wide and his lips peel back, showing his teeth neat and white in a row. He's going to bite his tongue. Not on my watch. One of the guards jams his fist into the prisoner's mouth, just as it opens, wincing slightly when the teeth clamp down hard on the leather of his gauntlet. Ouch. The other extracts a length of cloth, which he enforces into the prisoner's mouth. So soon he drank the serum not an hour ago. That gives you an idea of what we had to deal with for the last 2 weeks. Jolly unnerving. Thank you, Nazir. Well, what do we do with him? He can't tell us anything more. That's not what I meant. Nazir, we understand what you meant, but there are concerns that are much more pressing to us. Like the nature of the mind controller's power. A true deviant, then. There is no doubt about it. The power to dominate minds does not come from any of the 6 established elements of magic, Not to mention he managed to use his power without his victim's notice. But I know nothing else of this matter. I'm an alchemist. Perhaps if we request a mage from the High Council? It might take too long, even if we suppose he survives the ambush. What interests me is the mad nature of this deviant magic. It is constrained. It has to be. Or he could have used it on me. On you. Even the Rosicrucians. Instead of mucking about with that scum there. Mind your language, Orleus. But the prince speaks truth. I have wondered that myself. Sight doesn't seem to be involved, but the sound of his voice, perhaps? Fruitless speculation, unless we find more evidence by an investigation. Have you all forgotten something? What is it, Nizir? Oh, nothing particularly significant, just a human life. Why don't we cut a deal with him? How? Nazir turns to the prisoner, who has clearly been listening to our discussion. Look here, old thing. You must have people you care about. A wife, children. Slowly, almost painfully, the prisoner nods. Help us then. Do everything you can to help us track down this master of yours, and we'll do everything we can to protect you from him. We can grant you a pardon. We can fake your execution. We can... Nazir, think with your head, not your heart. As long as he draws breath, his master will know he lives. He is a prisoner. Orlus stares at Holder for a heartbeat, his expression impossible to read. Are you still under your master's control? A nod. We try to commit suicide the moment we can. Another nod. And if you somehow free yourself from your physical restraints, will you try to kill everyone in this room? Grimly, the prisoner nods one more time. You see, we have no way to tell to what extent the deviant has seized control of his mind. He's not only a criminal, but worse, a dangerous and unpredictable element in our midst. Oh, sorry. I need to read it more out loud. I don't believe we should even discuss our plans in front of him. What if his master is listening through him? Orlus is right. Guards, take him away. At Garion's nod, the guards seize the unresisting prisoner and drag him to the direction of his cell. Nazir, that man is a murderer. And for all we know, a regicide. His life is surely forfeit, whether at the hands of the master or by the arm of the law. As this kingdom's princes, we do have the royal grace of pardon, Pardon, Nazir, that man might have been one of those who killed father. You're just afraid he'll try to kill you. And not even because he wants to, but because he's made to. Nazir, the thought of death frightens many, but Orleus taps his chin thoughtfully. For others, evidently, the thought of death elates. Your Highness, if you would make your meaning clearer. It's perfectly obvious, Garion. I meant the deviant who controls that assassin. At this moment, there is one death he must desire above all others. You want to use the prisoner as bait for the mind controller? Precisely. This isn't a game of chess, Orleus, and the prisoner is not a sacrificial pawn. We should keep him safe, hidden, and closely guarded while we make our next plans based on what he told us. Safe, hidden, closely guarded. Yes, this way if we discover any new leads, we can wheel him out to question him again. My dear brother, I don't mean to spite you, but have you thought about what you will say to the nobility living in the palace? That. What is there to say? Whether this assassin is truly one out of his volition, we don't know. For all I care, he might be a victim that was forced into my control. What's wrong with wanting to help him? Not wrong, but perhaps naive. The night they attacked, not many were implicated, but a noble family got harmed, albeit not severe. Didn't raise any issue until now because we told them we're questioning the prisoner. So the moment they know that there is no information to get from him, they will want him dead. Personally, I do not care how the nobility and regency council think about my decisions. However, his eyes briefly flickered to Seren before turning to Garion. Garion, each of your highness's plans have much to commend them. I personally believe caution is our best strategy, but what does the royal tutor suggest? That's me. 4 sets of eyes turned towards me. This matter is very complicated, and I don't think there is a solution that can please everyone. Lazir wants to help the prisoner. Orleus suggests to use him as a bait. Seren advises caution. As for me, we're gonna save. As for me, we're gonna save. So this is Nazir, and then Orleus. We've gotten all we need from the prisoner for the present. I also vote that we keep him in reserve. Very well. My men and I will do our best to hold him. Based on the leads that he has told us so far, we should be able to inquire how the Deviant's assassins had managed to infiltrate the palace. It is these leads we should be investing our energy and resources in investigating. I find myself nodding in agreement as Seren speaks. And once those investigations bear fruit, we can also drag the prisoner back out from another round of interrogation. It will help us piece together the new information we discover. True, not to mention this way we get to avoid tipping the Deviant off that we are onto his game neither. With a bit of luck, we won't be the wiser that we found out what we had from the prisoner today, which could give us an advantage. Fine. Oh, alright. I bow, as I must before the will of majority. Then that's settled. So, I clap my hands to draw everyone's attention. Now that we've decided what to do with the prisoner, we must plan our next move against the Deviant and his assassins. Go on with your daily tasks and give me any suggestions you come across. Another one. Okay. We got a lot of cash. Let's save. Return. Is there any missions? I don't think so. Oh. We don't have a bomb. Herb soup. Okay. 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 Oh, I keep trying to push the wrong thing. I guess we can go for a mission. Azir or no, we haven't talked to. Oh, well, I guess pressed the wrong one. That's fine. A landslide has blocked off the caravan route leading to the remote mining town of Zelflos. In result, the kingdom has left without access to its most crucial source of iron and copper. Since Zelfos falls under the jurisdiction of Prince Orlius, the regent has assigned him a company of guardsmen carrying alchemic bombs as demolition charges. Their mission is to clear away the landslide and make the road open for travel again. The prince and his escort are due to set off today, and at the last minute he abruptly asked me to accompany him. We were able to make good speed on our journey, reaching the site of the landslide by early morning. Under Prince Orlius's careful eye, the guardsmen set off the bombs in well-spaced and well-controlled demolitions, slowly but steadily blowing apart the debris left by the landslide. Soon, most of the road was cleared, and our job seemed almost done. That's when disaster struck. Eager to finish the job quickly and go home, one of the team set too many bombs as demolition charge and ignited them too quickly. At first, nothing untoward happened. The remainder of the debris were destroyed, and there were even a few cheers. Then, an ominous rumbling sound came from the cliffs towering high above us. Yes, combat success. Summoning up all his water magic, Prince Orlius was able to manipulate the currents of the river below. Reacting instinctively, I summoned up wind magic, magnifying the force of the blade of water he unleashed. Together, we were able to create a powerful torrent that swept the guardsmen out of harm's way right in the nick of time. It was a miracle, but no one was killed or even seriously wounded by the second landslide, even though most of our work that evening had been undone. Prince Orlius gave the men whose recklessness had caused the second landslide a severe tongue lashing. However, I also couldn't help but notice he thoroughly examined everyone to make sure no one was badly hurt. I thought that was surprisingly kind of him. Then he quickly disabused me of that notion by ordering everyone to begin clearing away the second landslide, telling us we would work through the night if that is what it takes. Self was speakingly included as yes. Most curious of all branches of magic is the magic of Deviant. Yes, so I've noticed. I sigh and flip over the page. Sunlight flows through the windows, flashing on the dust motes that dance and spin in an airy study. Time for a coffee break. Sunlight flows through the windows, flashing on the dust motes that dance and spin in airy study. Outside, a brilliant day of high summer beckons against a clear blue sky. I resolutely turn my face away from the window and back to the book. In other words, defiants are unaligned to the 6 natural elements of magic and instead possess a range of often unusual talent, such as divination, peering through the fog of time into what is to be, snatching glimpses of events that are not yet to come to pass. There are those who told the divines may erase or tamper with memories, implanting false remembrances in place of true, make their victims lie with the sincerest venomous of truth. Getting closer, but not quite what I am after. Another useless tome. I snap with the book shut and dump it to the side of the table, already piled high with grimoires, scrolls, and parchments I had borrowed from the Eski and Royal Library. Is it raining? I think it's raining outside. Deviants have attracted scholarly attention from mages both in and outside the High Council. However, their rarity, combined with their intense sorcery born of widespread hostility, has made knowledge of them mostly guesswork or hearsay. I was hoping the collection in the Royal Library here could supplement my readings in the Library of the High Council, but unfortunately... I look at the immense pile cluttering my table, the accumulated labor of another wasted morning, and give my head a rueful shake. No luck so far, but with the stakes so high and rising higher, I cannot permit myself to give up. Perhaps tomorrow I might come across something interesting. A glance at an hourglass tells me it will soon be time for the morning lessons with the princess. Although glumly, I pack up my teaching notes for the lesson and start making my way to the classroom. The lesson with the princess finished uneventfully, and the remnants of the day went by in a humdrum, drowsy daze. I'm on my way back to my study to conduct more research on the origins and users of divine magic, when someone grabs me from behind by the elbow. I spin around and see Prince Orleus, his mouth set in a grim line. I have bad news. The 4 words make my heart freeze. The prisoner? What else? Half an hour ago, 2 men disguised as palace guards infiltrated the dungeon and murdered the wardens there. They either killed the prisoner or helped him commit suicide. I don't suppose we managed to catch the assassins alive. Of course not. They splashed acid on their faces before our guards could reach them. He made them use acid? Yes, their faces are burned out of all recognition. For a while, the sickening suggestion of that gruesome scene captures my thoughts. I notice Orleus looking at me significantly. His usual cool and detached expression etches upon the marble pallor of his face. In this crisis, in any crisis, he expects me to think. A thought nudges in the back of my mind. It's not just sadism, is it? His choice of acid? That's what I thought. If their corpses were whole, someone in the palace would have recognized them. As it is, no one will ever be able to tell. What does that mean? I don't know. Our traitor and the mastermind do not want the assassins to be identified. Unfortunately, they have succeeded. We have not sufficient evidence to guess their motive, or trace who might be involved in the operation. And now the best asset we have is gone. Yes. Orleus looks like he's about to add something, but stops himself. Don't be too hard on yourself. We'll catch him. Before I can make any reply, he has already turned away, striding down the corridor with his cold Persian air. Okay. Save. I think that's gonna be it. I'll probably stream in like a half hour again. Or maybe 5 o'clock, 6. Thank you.